Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about the transit of Sun in the sign of Libra. You know, in the sign of Libra, the planet Sun gets debilitated. By debilitated, I mean it gets weak. And the planet Sun is gonna show its dark side to this world during this time. You know, some people might ask me if there is a dark side of the planet Sun. I would say yes. When the planet becomes debilitated, it shows the dark side of its characteristics. So in this case, the planet Sun is gonna show the dark side of it. Some of you may think that how can Sun show the dark side of itself? You know, in life there is an opposite to everything. If there is darkness, there would be light. If there is day, there should be night. If there is love, there should be hatred. If there is jealousy, there should be admiration as well. If there is depression in life, you will also face cheerfulness at some point in time. If you are healthy, then at some point in time, you will become unhealthy as well. To put it simply, life has a yes and a no in it. So this contrast has to be there in one's life because this is how life is. You know, if I keep telling you all the positive aspects of astrology, you wouldn't believe me. If I just keep on telling you that everything is hunky-dory in this life, everything is good in this life, everything is gonna be good in this life, then at some point in time you would say that I am not speaking the truth. You know, in life you must be able to take the negative side of life. I mean, you need to adapt to these negative things in your life as willingly as you adapt to the positives of life. In other words, you need to take the bad with the good. You know, these negatives which I am talking about are interruptions. And I believe that these interruptions which come in our life are sent from God. You know, these interruptions which I'm talking about create new things in our life. In other words, a good thing must fall apart so that a greater thing can come together. You know, in life, when one door closes, several other doors open simultaneously. You just need to be conscious and aware of those opportunities which will come in your life. So, don't grumble, moan, or groan, or complain when you are faced with a series of God-ordained opportunities brilliantly disguised as problems, difficulties and challenges, because these are an integral part of our lives. Just take these problems, difficulties and challenges in your stride. So my basic point is that there is a dark side to everything. If you are experiencing happiness today, then at some point in time you will experience sadness. It would be naive for me to tell you that everything is gonna be good for you. You need to hope for the best and be prepared for the worst. You know, this is the way to lead a good life. You know, when the tough time comes in, and they are gonna come, when you have setbacks and they are gonna happen, and when you have failures and you are gonna have failures, the only thing which will bring you out of these situations is your own mindset. Your mindset, your attitude should be such that even if you face defeats, you will not be defeated by life. You always have to think that you are a winner in life, and the things which can help you to be a winner in this life, your own mindset, your own will, your own determination, your own courage. You know, this planet Sun represents a lot of things. It represents authority, it represents government, it represents intelligence, it represents fame, it represents light, it represents energy, it represents courage and determination, it represents your will to move forward in life. So when this particular planet Sun gets affected, I mean when it gets debilitated, then things are gonna happen in a different way. It is not gonna be as good as you think the time would be. And when this planet gets debilitated, then it is gonna show you the dark side of life. You know, this particular debilitated sun will teach you how to handle the negatives of life, because sun itself is life. Without sun, there would be no life on this planet Earth. And as we all know, the greatest teacher in life is life itself. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about this particular debilitated sun. When this particular sun will get debilitated in the sign of Libra. Let me now start predicting about the Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people. Well, this debilitated sun in the Libra sign will be in your 7th house. So during this time, you will experience some failures in your business. You might lose some money in your business at this point in time. You will see that your relationships are getting strained at this point in time. You will see that you are not able to fulfill the needs of your near and dear ones at this point in time. There could be a serious misunderstanding between you and your spouse at this point in time. You need to use a different strategy in your business at this point in time. Well, for Taurus moon sign, Taurus ascendant people, this particular sun in the Libra sign will be in your 6th house. So during this time, you are going to experience some opposition in your life. You are going to see some enmity in your life. People who pretend to be very friendly to you, they might spoil your reputation at this point in time. They might become very jealous of you at this point in time. Though they might sound very sweet to you, but actually they would be jealous of you. Some secret enemies of yours might try to disturb your peace at this point in time. You could also experience some ill health at this point in time. I mean, you could contract a disease or an illness at this point in time, which can trouble you for at least 10 days. You could also face some digestive problem at this point in time. Well, if you are fighting a court case, then at this point in time, the decision of the court might not go in your favor. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, this particular sun in the debilitated sign of Libra will be in your 5th house. So during this time, you can have a misunderstanding with your love partner. I mean, if you are in a romantic relationship, then you can have a serious misunderstanding with your love partner. Students will not be able to focus on their studies at this point in time. And if you are in the stock market, then probably you will see that you are losing a lot of money on your investment at this point in time. You wouldn't be able to think beyond a certain level at this point in time. I mean, you wouldn't be able to think out of the box at this point in time. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun in the Libra sign will be in your 4th house. So your happiness is gonna get affected at this point in time. There could be some unhappy moments in your family at this point in time. You would want to travel at this point in time, and the travel which you undertake at this point in time will not be a fruitful one for you. You may purchase some electronic gadgets, or you may purchase a machine for your factory at this point in time, which might give you trouble at this point in time as well as in the future. So don't make any sort of purchase of an electronic gadget or a machine at this point in time. You could face some despondency in life at this point in time. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun will be in your 3rd house. So during this time, you will lose courage. You will lose hope in your life at this particular moment. You will not be able to communicate with your near and dear ones, with your loved ones at this point in time. Hence, you will see there are a lot of fights happening between you and them. You would tend to become lazy at this point in time, and your ability to take initiatives at this point in time will be at its lowest. Well, for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people, this debilitated sun in the Libra sign will be in your 2nd house. So during this time, you might have to break some of your savings in order for you to meet your expenses at this point in time. You would see abnormally high expenses for yourself at this point in time. You might tend to show off in front of your relatives at this point in time. I mean, you might show that you are superior to your relatives in many things. Hence, you might face some frictions with your relatives at this point in time. Your family might not be supportive of you at this point in time. Well, for Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun will be in your ascendant or over your moon sign. So this time is gonna be a very troubling time for you. You are gonna experience some digestive problems at this point in time. You are gonna experience some ill health at this point in time. Your confidence would be shattered at this point in time. You wouldn't be able to move forward with your life at this point in time. And the reason for this would be that you wouldn't be having any sort of positive ideas in you at this point in time. Life is gonna bring you down to your knees at this point in time, and you would be frustrated with yourself at this point in time. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, this debilitated sun will be in your 12th house. So you are gonna experience some unnecessary expenditures at this point in time. You might be inclined to go abroad at this point in time. I mean, you might think of going abroad at this point in time. You might have to incur some expenses behind hospital bills at this point in time. You might involve yourself in daydreaming at this point in time. I mean, you would start thinking about those impossible things which you can't achieve in this life. So basically, you are gonna waste your time at this particular moment. You could also feel a sense of loneliness in your life. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, this particular sun in the Libra sign will be in your 11th house. So during this time, if you were expecting any money from somewhere, then that money wouldn't come to you easily at this point in time. You would be experiencing some sort of losses at this point in time. You know, these losses could be in any area of your life, in any sphere of your life. If you have some elder siblings, then they would be troubling you at this point in time. I mean, they would become a liability for you at this point in time. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun will be in your 10th house. So at this point in time, you are gonna see a loss of your power, your status at this point in time. There could be some differences between you and your bosses. You could get into a fight with your employees at this point in time. If you have any sort of illegitimate relationship with anyone, then you need to be careful at this point in time, because this relationship might damage your reputation in your society, in your locality. You would tend to indulge in some vices at this point in time, which might spoil your health in the future. You wouldn't be thinking rationally about life at this point in time. You would be tempted to divert from that path of righteousness you have been treading on. You have been walking on. Well, for Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun will be in your 9th house. So during this time, you are gonna get very unlucky. I mean, the things which you will be doing at this point in time might not give you the profits you expect from them. All your attempts to see success in life would go a waste at this point in time. All your ideas and plans are gonna fail at this point in time. You wouldn't be getting any support from your father at this point in time. And if you were expecting certain wishes and desires to be fulfilled at this point in time, it may not happen. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, this particular debilitated sun will be in your 8th house. I mean, the sun is gonna be in the Libra sign in your 8th house. So during this time, you will see a sudden change in your life. you will see your life changing at this point in time. And the changes which you experience at this point in time will not be a positive one for you. You could face some hurdles, obstacles and barriers at this point in time. You might be suffocated by life at this point in time. I mean, life wouldn't help you to move forward in your life at this point in time. You might face some hurdles and obstacles which might be difficult for you to overcome at this point in time. Well, this pretty much completes my analysis of the debilitated sun in the Libra sign. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you can contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to improve and increase your luck in your life, then I have several remedies for you. My remedies are a fusion of astrological remedies, VASTU remedies, godly remedies and religious remedies. And these remedies will help you to earn more money in your life. It is gonna show you success and prosperity in your life. It is gonna make you experience richness in your life. It is gonna make you a positive person in your life. It is gonna make you experience peace, tranquility and calmness in your life, which is most important for human beings. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Kali.